beats.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is your boy Junior, aka Smoking Guns, out here in Tucson, Arizona, representing the Ultimate Fight Club, giving you the latest content in boxing and MMA news that is out. So, today's video, or tonight's video, breaking news. This fool, Jon Jones, has once again tested positive for steroids, okay? This fool, Jon Jones, has once again tested positive for steroids, and it's coming out in a bunch of different media outlets. The one that I'm going to be going on is the MMAfighting.com, where it says Nevada Commission will not license Jon Jones after abnormal drug testing finding UFC 232 moves to California. Quote. Now, in this article, it states the Nevada Athletic Commission will not allow Jon Jones to fight next week in Las Vegas. Therefore, the UFC is moving its entire UFC 232 show to Los Angeles area. It was announced Sunday. The NAC will not license Jon Jones to fight Alexander Gustafsson on December 29th due to drug testing abnormality, per a statement from the commission. After analysis of 18 months of Jones' drug test results, the NAC has determined that Jones will have to come before the commission for a hearing in January. He will not be able to fight next weekend. This will allow for a measured, thoughtful, and comprehensive discussion of his anti-doping testing protocol and results, and provide an opportunity for the NSAC to determine the appropriate path forward for him in Nevada. The commission statement read, "We look forward to his hearing." Quote. Now, it also goes on to state, the UFC will not cancel the light heavyweight title fight. Jones will still fight Gustafsson as UFC 232 moves to Inglewood, California. The California State Athletic Commission has already granted Jones a license. The CSAC executive officer Andy Foster told MMA Fighting that the abnormality in Jones' test results comes from his positive drug test back in July 2017. Jones was suspended 15 months for that failed test for a steroid metabolite. We've got a statement from 3 different scientists from the WADA accredited lab director saying there's no evidence of any new ingestion, Foster said. This isn't a new thing. This is what he's been punished for already. He's already served his time on this. Foster said Jones flew to California this weekend to be drug tested, and the results have already came back negative. He's a clean athlete, Foster said. USADA released a statement Sunday saying that it notified the Nevada Commission Thursday about an extremely low amount of prohibited substance, 4-chloro-18-nor 17-hydroxymethyl, 17-methyl adrost, and so forth, found in Jones' system stemming from an out-of-competition December 9th sample collection. That's the same substance Jones tested positive for in July 2017. USADA determined that the trace is consistent with residual amounts from his prior exposure for which he was previously sanctioned. USADA said it has agreed with the independent arbitrator who previously felt Jones was getting no performance-enhancing benefits from those levels. Jones is not facing any further sanction from USADA. Quote. Now, I think it's kind of friggin' weird that this whole thing is going on again, and it's even more weird that the same exact trace samples are being found in this new test that was found in his old test, the one that he was being suspended for prior. So how is it that this same amount is coming up in his new test that was from his old test? I mean, if that same amount was from his old test and he just got drug tested, wouldn't that trace amount already be out of the system? I think that's kind of funny. It's kind of fishy, but you know what? I've never taken steroids before. I don't know the procedure and cycling on steroids and stuff like that, so I cannot tell you what is going on with this. But I think that is super fishy that you have the same trace amounts of that sample in your new friggin' test that you did in your old test, the one you got suspended for. And it seems like a lot of fighters are friggin' pissed off about this situation just because, like it says in the article, they are moving this fight card all the way from Vegas to Inglewood, California. And they're doing this in a friggin' 6-day notice. So you got to think all the stuff that these fighters had to do to be able to get themselves prepared to come to Las Vegas, all the money that they had to spend for their families, their teams, and so forth and so forth. They have to redo everything or try to figure everything out in 5 to 6 days time so they can be able to do everything from Vegas to California. And like I said, it seems like a lot of these fighters are not happy with this. And you see a lot of these fighters reacting to the latest Jon Jones drug news. You have Daniel Cormier that came out. He tested positive again, and he's posting a bunch of different jokes and memes on this. And you know that he's already pissed off because he already has beef with Jon Jones. And it's a bunch of different stuff going on, from Ben Askren to Stipe Miopic to Dylan Dennis, Jimmy Manua, Angela Hill, and so forth and so forth and so forth and so forth. Dude, it just goes on down the line that I don't even understand what the hell's going on with Jon Jones, man. And personally, he is actually one of my favorite fighters in the UFC. His technical skill, his technical ability is far superior than most of the people that you will ever see in the UFC. But with his outside annex, with this friggin' getting caught up on friggin' steroids, from the friggin' cocaine test to friggin' all kinds of other stuff that he's been getting caught up in, it really taints his legacy on, dude, what were you doing to be able to reach the pinnacle of your career? And when you're a top level athlete like this, you have to suspect that the majority of the top level athletes are always going to be on some kind of performance enhancers, because in order for you to be able to reach the top pinnacle, to be able to get the recovery and everything else that you need, you have to be on something. But dude, with him just being in trouble like this over and over again, it really tanks this dude legacy, man. So hopefully these fighters that had to relocate everything from Vegas to Los Angeles, hopefully they're able to reconcile with this, or hopefully they're being recompensated for this stuff from Dana White and the UFC. But I guess we'll just have to find out later on. All right, so I hope you guys like the video. If you guys like the video, make sure to hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you guys have any kind of questions, any kind of comments on this, make sure to hit me up in the comment section, and I'll be sure to hit you guys up. All right, so I hope you like the video.